Hello everyone, it's Bop or BOP, either one, it doesn't matter to me, and I'm going to be covering some light heavyweight action, and hopefully this fight, among others, won't get canceled, like a fair few that I've covered in the past have been canceled. But what are you going to do? It's just a thing, especially in boxing. And usually you'd get well, nowadays more so, but not really, it's just a thing in boxing. But we have the highly anticipated rematch between champion Robin Krasniqi. Which champion is he? He's the IBO Light Heavyweight Champion. And he's taking on Dominic Boesel, or Boesel, because I've heard it said many different ways, and all by announcers. Now, this is a rematch of a year ago where Boesel got knocked out in 3 rounds by Krasniqi. Krasniqi bringing in a record of 51 wins, 19 by knockout, 6 losses. And Boesel, 31 wins, 12 by knockout, 2 defeats. And one of them being that 3rd round KO almost a year ago to the date. Now, Boesel, I'm just going to be throwing in all the, just every variant. Bing Boesel. Wing Bong Boesel. Anyways, he fought in a split decision win in May. And it wasn't a pretty win. Krasniqi hasn't fought since their first fight, which was a year ago. Now, how do I say this? And I don't want to sound insulting because they're the professionals and former world champions and current world champions, and I am not. So, let's just say for a new fan perspective, in a video game, they would be ranked the same, even though Krasniqi holds a 3rd round KO over Boesel. It's just, they're not at the top of the light heavyweight division. Dominic Boesel, he's very flat-footed, very basic, rudimentary 1-2-3 coming forward at you, and Krasniqi just has that little bit more of movement to his game. He's not very fleet of foot or any of that. He doesn't really dance, but he moves around a lot better than Boesel. And I think with that's what led to that, 3rd round knockout. But I don't think it's going to come as easy this time around. I think Krasniqi's going to have to work for it. And I do think winner is Krasniqi by 7th round KO instead of 3rd round. I think that Boesel's going to be looking for that punch that knocked him out. He's going to be a little bit more defensive that he can, as good as he can be defensively. But I think Robin Krasniqi, with that little bit of extra movement that he does, it's just going to work in the long run, and he's going to land that shot just a little bit later than the 3rd round. After this fight, I think the winner, it's not going to shock me if Boesel comes out and knocks out Krasniqi. It's just not, but I'm picking Krasniqi. I think the winner should fight Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde, who's just coming up, he's still learning, and I know people are going to be like, just coming up, didn't he get a world title fight? The dude just barely has any experience, and with the training that he has now, still barely any experience. I have said this, and I'll say this again, if I can repeat myself again, that he should have fought Theron 5 fights ago. It shouldn't have taken this long to get that type of fight. I believe Charles Foster out here was supposed to fight Alex Theron. And Charles Foster's not really well known. So, Theron got definitely the better paying fight. But I think that this fight, the winner of this fight, should face Anthony Yarde. It'd be a good payday, and Yarde could pick up a belt with a name on it, gain a little bit of confidence coming up. I know he'll say, oh, it's not a real world title. Well, he hasn't held any real title. He hasn't held a Commonwealth or an English, a European title. So the IBO title would definitely be a springboard in that direction. Now, I don't think that the winner will get that fight. I think they'll just continue to be one of the weaker IBO champions of the divisions. The light heavyweight division hasn't had a real strong IBO light heavyweight champion since, I think... who held it? I don't even know who was the last real world champion to hold that title. Maybe Chad Dawson? Maybe? I don't know. I I, I don't remember I don't remember Sergey Kovalev holding it or anything like that. I know they held or Sergey Kovalev and later Alvarez held the IBA belt, but I don't think they held the IBO belt. But anyways, this is definitely one of the weaker IBO title belts. But maybe if Anthony Yarde picks it up, it'll be a little bit better than the WBO Continental or Intercontinental title that who Lyndon Arthur has. You know, it'd be a step up, and you know, you could freaking, as I get a message, it could be a build as a world title fight. Arthur Yarde 2 world title fight, and this time Yarde is the world champion, and it would keep him sharp. You know, I mean, Krasniqi or Boesel, you know, it's not that far up or any of a step up at all from Alex Theron, but he just needs to keep busy. He needs to keep busy. He needs to try and get better opponents that he can't blast out in a round or two, which isn't his fault. But again, I think Krasniqi and Boesel, whichever one wins the fight, take on Anthony Yarde. That will be the best outcome for you, or keep fighting the Sven Fornlings of the light heavyweight division, which will get you nowhere. But yeah, that's my prediction. Krasniqi by 7th round KO. And I'm going to stop babbling and fumbling up words. So I'll be doing you a favor. You know, because nervous laughter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see you later. Bye.